So the next trip we want to share with you is so special to us. Really an important step. So while we were in the Netherlands visiting our daughter over there, we decided to take a 1-week trip over to Scotland. This trip was just for us to go to somewhere new. And as you know, we have family in 3 different countries, and the big reason we do travel is to visit family. But this was special to be able to do this. And you can imagine as parents, if you can relate to this, starting to get used to a little bit of empty nest and traveling on our own, it felt like a big deal to us.
Yeah, this was the first time that we were able to travel like this since our honeymoon.
Our honeymoon, yeah.
Many years ago.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Just the 2 of us. And it was amazing because we could eat whatever we wanted to eat. We could plan any activities we wanted, and we didn't have to worry about pleasing anybody else. It was just us. And we had a fantastic time. And really it feels like a new chapter in our lives, because this is the first time that we're able to travel like this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's amazing.
And what a place to go. I mean, let me tell you.
Scotland is incredible.
Scotland changed me. And so as you'll see, it's such a beautiful country. I've never felt peace like that in my life. I mean, you have the city, you have the nature, and the people are so nice. So we're looking forward to sharing more with you on our 1 week in Scotland.
We are Scott and Cassandra from the United States and Cayman Islands, showing that deep travel connects us with places and people around the world.
We are the Forever Explorers.
Well, we just made it to Edinburgh, Scotland. Our first time in Scotland. And wow, what a beautiful city.
Yes. Can't wait to explore it. It's gorgeous. We're staying along George's Street, which is parallel to Princess Street, and show them the castle. Turn around. Gotta see that.
Oh, and there's a castle.
Isn't that incredible?
Yep.
Our travels through Europe usually start in the Netherlands because our daughter lives there. And it is also an excellent transportation hub for where we can easily reach other parts of Europe. We usually travel by train through Europe, but because it was much faster to get to Edinburgh by air, we decided to fly KLM Royal Dutch Airlines from Amsterdam to Edinburgh. It was a pleasant flight, about 1 hour and 30 minutes, and the views coming into Edinburgh were spectacular. We visited here in early May when the bright yellow rapeseed fields are at their peak of color. Rapeseed is used to produce oils, including heart-healthy cooking oils like canola oil. This was our first time seeing rapeseed fields, but as we would find out, this is a common sight in the springtime throughout Scotland.
The Edinburgh Airport is Scotland's busiest airport, but it is relatively small and easy to navigate. We quickly made it through immigration and customs and were soon walking out of the airport to find transportation into the city. It is very easy to take a tram or a bus into downtown Edinburgh from the airport. We used the Airlink 100 Express bus and found it easy to buy tickets on board the bus with a credit card, and they can also be purchased in advance on their website. The comfortable bus ride downtown to Princess Street was less than 30 minutes, and then we were hopping off at our stop right in front of Edinburgh Castle. We stayed at a place called Eden Loch, considered to be an apart hotel, and we were very pleased with the accommodations and the location. It was quiet, the bed was comfortable, everything was clean and nicely maintained, and the kitchen had everything we needed for a comfortable stay, including a dishwasher and a clothes washer and dryer. As an added bonus, the Wi-Fi was extremely fast here, which is unusual for most hotels or short-term rental apartments.
It's now the next morning. It's a beautiful sunny day, and we are ready to see the city.
Yeah, there's so much to see. I don't know where to start, but we're going to try to take it all in 2 days.
We're going to hop on a tour bus that stops at a lot of sites around the city, so that's what we're going to do today.
Making our way south along aptly named Castle Street, we had a beautiful late morning view of Edinburgh Castle. We had plans to go up there and tour the castle the next day, and bought tickets in advance for that. After crossing Princess Street, we looked out across Princess Street Gardens at the castle, and then came across a prominent statue of Dr. Thomas Guthrie, a Scottish philanthropist in the 19th century who dedicated his life to helping the poor people in Edinburgh. Heading east along Princess Street, we were lucky to be there right when the cherry trees were flowering, giving us some dramatic views looking out over the gardens and the castle. We stayed here for a little while under the trees, just savoring this wonderful moment. Continuing east, we had some amazing views of the gardens and several monuments, including the Royal Scots Greys Monument, seen here, with an incredible view of the castle and several beautiful Gothic-style buildings in the background.
Princess Street and the location where we were staying are in the area of Edinburgh called Newtown. Much of the architecture here is in the neoclassical and Georgian styles, built in the 1700s and 1800s. Across the gardens, where the castle is located, is the area referred to as Old Town, which has much earlier origins during medieval times. That is where we are headed this morning, and we'll show you the striking difference in architecture there compared with Newtown. First though, on the corner of the first street after the park, called The Mound, we encountered our first bagpipe player. It is common to see bagpipers around the city working hard to entertain pedestrians and hoping for support or a follow on Instagram. Next, we walked past the Royal Scottish Academy of Art and Architecture. This beautiful building was designed by Scottish architect William Henry Playfair and was completed in 1826. This building showcases art exhibitions and historical collections and is connected by a walkway to the adjacent Scottish National Gallery. This building, with its impressive columns all around the entire building, is one of the reasons why Edinburgh is sometimes referred to as the Athens of the North.
From the plaza next to the art galleries, there are some cafes and some wonderful views of the East Princess Street Gardens and several prominent Old Town buildings in the background. A bit farther down Princess Street is the iconic Scott Monument, built in honor of the Scottish novelist, poet, and historian and biographer Sir Walter Scott, who was born in Edinburgh in 1771. The monument was built after he died in 1832 and was completed in 1846. It is the largest monument to a writer in the world at 61 meters or 200 feet tall, and visitors can climb to the top for stunning views of the city. We didn't climb it during this visit to Edinburgh because we had plans to do another climb, which you'll see in a few minutes.
Turning right now, we are going across Waverly Bridge, where the main train station in Edinburgh, called Waverly Station, is located. A look back across East Princess Street Gardens gives us one more beautiful view of the Scott Monument. Waverly Bridge goes south from Princess Street, connecting the new town with the old town. The train tracks are cleverly hidden beneath the bridge, and it is difficult to tell that there is a major train station directly below us. We are now entering the Old Town, which is dominated by a blend of medieval architecture and Scots baronial architecture, which is a newer architecture designed in the Gothic style. Also characteristic of the Old Town are narrow passageways that branch off the main streets called closes and wynds. Closes are closed at one end and are usually private, while wines are public, open at both ends, and typically connect two larger streets.
Some of these closes and wines also have very long staircases that connect locations at different levels. These can make it challenging to navigate through the old town, so it might be better for some people to take a bus to get to their desired street rather than trying to walk there. For people who don't mind the challenge though, these staircases can be a fun part of exploring the city. This staircase was a more direct way to get from Waverly Bridge to the Royal Mile in Old Town, a main street with attractions, churches, shops, and restaurants connecting Edinburgh Castle to Holyrood Palace. Along the Royal Mile, we found another bagpiper, and even the wee little people in the audience were happy to support him. After our lovely walk, we made it to the bus stop where we would catch our hop-on, hop-off tour bus. We purchased a 48-hour ticket through Edinburgh Bus Tours, which has 3 different routes, red, green, and blue, covering all the main attractions throughout the city. We found this to be an excellent deal, and it was a great way to see as much of the city as possible during our short stay here. All 3 routes are narrated tours, and the green route has live narration by a local tour guide.
There are seats inside the bus for those who want to avoid the weather, and there are outdoor seats on top for those who want unobstructed views. We absolutely love these tour buses, and we'll show you more in our next video. Since we had perfect weather this day, our next goal was to ride the bus over to Arthur's Seat, an extinct volcano and nature area where you can climb to 251 meters or 823 feet above sea level for an incredible view of Edinburgh and surrounding areas. It is the highest peak in Edinburgh, and we were excited to challenge ourselves with the climb and be rewarded with one of the best views in the city. One of our local connections told us that the weather can change quickly, so we wanted to make this climb when we had the best weather possible.
From the bus stop, it was a long walk before even starting to climb, but it was a beautiful walk, seeing the surrounding mountains covered in yellow wildflowers. These flowering shrubs all over the mountainsides are called gorse, and the flowers are known for their light coconut scent. We couldn't wait to get up there and smell the flowers, but our exciting climb to the top of Arthur's Seat will have to wait for our next episode. Please subscribe to our channel so you can be one of the first to see us make this spectacular climb to the highest point in Edinburgh. And in the meantime, check out one of our other videos shown on the screen. See you in the next one.